Hello, Troy Hurt with Cedar Creek Dulcimers, and we're going to learn how to play the Psalteries. Now, in our catalog, you'll see two different types of Psalteries. There's the Plucked Psaltery and then the bowed Psaltery. Now, in the Old Testament, when you read of an instrument called a psaltery, it would be more like this plucked instrument right here. And basically what a psaltery was, it was like playing a harp, but you played it down flat. So eventually, instead of a psaltery, most people just started calling it a lap harp because that was a little bit easier to spell, no silent P, in the front. Well, our friend that makes these, he just made a simplified way to learn how to play the psaltery. So what he does, he makes these little sheets he sends along with his psalteries, the plucked psalteries, and that basically you just slide the sheet and follow the dots and you're playing a song. Like here's You're My Sunshine. So that's all there is to learning the plucked psaltery. Just slide a sheet, play a tune, slide in another sheet, play another tune. That's all there is to it. Now you can use your finger like I was doing just to pick it like they would a harp or originally the plucked psalteries. But it'll come with a pick, so you can use a pick instead of your finger if you prefer. Now if you ever want to, if your skill level takes you past, the one-line playing, you can learn to do it like the old biblical plucked psaltery or like a harp where you're actually adding some harmony to the song with another finger. And that's another reason why I like to use my finger when I play. So if I do want to add in a harmony, it's a little bit easier to do. And he'll actually have what he calls these advanced playing packs that if you would like to learn how to get harmonies out of your plucked psaltery, to get a little bit more out of it that way. Well, the Europeans, sometime later, they took the old biblical plucked psaltery, they redesigned it to this different shape. So now instead of picking to get to all the strings, with the new design, every string eventually comes to the edge of the instrument. So like when we're playing this note down here, it's actually this string in the center. When we're playing this note over here, it's actually this string over there. So every string can be hit somewhere close to the edge because of the new design. Well, at that point, instead of picking it like the plucked psaltery to get a harp sound, they started using a bow on it, and that's why they actually designed it this way, so they could use a bow on it. So now instead of that harp sound, it's got a little more of a violin-y sort of sound to it. Real haunting tone to it. Now to make it a little bit easier for us to relate over to, they set it up like a piano. So on this side is like all the white keys of a piano. Right here at number 3, that would be starting like, say, middle C. And then across are all the black keys. Matter of fact, when you realize that, it starts to look like a piano. Like when we're over C and D, there's 2 black keys. When we're over F, G, and A, there's 3 black keys, just like on a piano. And so that way, piano players can relate over real quickly to it. And basically, that's what it ends up being. It's like sitting there just doing a one-line piano song. But instead of using our finger like on the plucked psaltery, we're using the bow. Some people call it the simple man's violin because you get a violin effect with all the violin work. And I always say this is probably the closest I'm going to come to sound like I'm playing a violin. Now, if you notice on this one as well too, we got some numbers on the sides of it. Now, the reason why we did that is because this one side of your bowed psaltery is exactly the same thing as the mountain dulcimer line. So if you already have mountain dulcimer books and you already play a mountain dulcimer, you can actually use your mountain dulcimer books to play by. And so right here in the mountain dulcimer book, that'd be 0, 3, 4, or I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth, So in the mountain dulcimer book, Amazing Grace would go 0, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, 0, and then 0, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4, 7, and so forth. So yeah, if you have a mountain dulcimer book, you can just use your dulcimer music and play by the number system. Of course, if you are a music reader, you can, of course, go by the notes as well too, because the notes will be right there beside it. Now, this particular builder, they have their own little note chart things that they develop for it that you actually put underneath, so you'll know exactly where your notes are located. Now, some of the other builders don't include these with it, and so what we do in that respect, if the builder doesn't include them, we just put these little stickers beside it, and we put the notes there so you'll know where your notes are located. The idea is that after a while you don't even need those, because primarily you're just playing one line, so it doesn't take you too long to get pretty comfortable with it. Because like I say, once again, basically what you're doing is just like one finger piano playing. Now, most of the books that work great, I should say, for the bowed psaltery are these easy play keyboard books like this one right here. Now, what's nice about them is they do play by the notes, but they write the name of the notes down. So even if a person like me and isn't a swift music reader, you can still follow this book without even having to know how to read music prior to it. Basically what it is, instead of following the numbers like out of the dulcimer book, I mean, you're following the alphabet. So you're still not required to be a music reader to use these books, but technically you are playing by notes. And once again, of course, if you are a piano player, well then you just go ahead and, you know, use your piano knowledge for it, that's for sure. Well, that's basically all there is to playing the bowed psaltery and the plucked psaltery. Both of them are basically one finger piano playing, except here we're using the bow instead of our finger, and that's all there is to it. A real easy way to get into music quickly and to still have a good sound to it. If you do have any further questions, feel free to give us a call at our shop, or you can visit our website, www.cedarcreekdulcimers.com, or you can email us at info@cedarcreekdulcimers.com. But have fun playing.